Okay, sorry about that. Have to make a second part because the first part just now ended a bit abruptly. Something happened. Okay, but never mind. Okay, we continue. So basically, lowering pH means the addition of an acid and salt. Okay, so usually the acid here will be vinegar or citric acid. Okay, because the acid will lower the pH of the food, and we already know that bacteria, they pretty much like neutral pH, like pH 6 to pH 7. So they don't really like a very acidic pH level. So by adding acids like vinegar and citric acid to your food, it will really reduce microbial activity. Sugar may also be added to make to add taste to the food, okay, to balance the flavor of the acid. Pickles are preserved vegetables such as cucumber and cabbage, kimchi, and also pickles, the kind that you use in sandwiches, okay, pickled gherkins, and also pickled fruits like pickled mango and pickled papaya. Okay, all right, next, reducing oxygen supply. Reducing oxygen supply in food packaging will reduce microbial activity in food because, again, remember, these microbes, they are very similar to other living things. They also need oxygen to live. So if you can remove oxygen supply, the bacteria or the microbes will also not be able to live, okay, or will not be as active. So one way we can reduce oxygen supply is through the bottling and vacuum packing. So in vacuum packaging, air and water vapor is removed first very quickly, and then straight away the food is packed and sealed. So in this manner, the molds and bacteria cannot grow as there is no oxygen for them. Okay, so food will not spoil easily and can have a long shelf life. All right, now we're coming to the next part of this segment here. Okay, we're going to talk about this thing called food additives. Now, food additives is very common in the manufacturing of food because in the process of manufacturing food, sometimes the food itself has changed in its state due to the processes that the food undergo during manufacturing. Okay, so in order to make the food still look good, still look appealing, look attractive, and make people buy, consumers like you and me buy that food, food manufacturers will add food additives so that they can improve the flavor, taste, appearance, texture, nutritional value, and even the shelf life of food. Okay, so that when we are looking at the supermarket, when we look at food at the supermarket or shops, when we look at the nutrition label, when we look at the ingredients, and even look at the food inside the packaging, if we can see it, right, we'll feel like, not bad, this thing looks nice, we want to buy this particular food. So food additives are added on purpose by the food manufacturers. Okay, so in the past, before there was refrigeration, the only additives used was just salt and vinegar. That's it. And these two items, right, two ingredients are added so that food will be edible for a long period of time. This was before there was something called refrigerator. Okay, but today there are more additives, and additives are added not just for preventing food from spoiling, but for more purposes than that. Okay, so what are the purposes? Basically, there are three main purposes. The first is as a food preservative. Okay, secondly, as a nutrient supplement, okay, to increase the nutrient in the food, and what happened there? And also thirdly, as a texture and appearance modifier. Okay, make the food look nicer, appear better. So first function, okay, as a preservative. Okay, what is the point of using food additive as a preservative? Because basically these food additives will help to kill the microbe. These additives will lower the water content. Okay, maybe it will make it drier or something, and this food additive will also lower the pH of food, make the food more acidic. All right, so some example of food additives in this category as a preservative: sulfur dioxide. Okay, it's used in the manufacturing of dried fruit as it can destroy and kill microbes. Salt is used in salted fish. It will lower the water content in food. Sugar, the higher the sugar concentration in things like jams and sweet stuff, it will lower the water content of the food. Vinegar, it is used as a in a lot of pickled food, pickled vegetables, and so on, because vinegar will lower the pH of food. Remember, vinegar is a type of acid. All right. Okay, so this is an example of how additives are used as a preservative. And how is it a preservative? Because it can either kill the microbe or lower the water content or lower the pH of food. Okay, Second reason for using food additive is as a nutrient supplement. So sometimes in the manufacturing of food, um, the food's nutrients have become not as high as it should be or it used to be. Okay, so nutrient supplements are added to food to replace nutrients that are lost during the manufacturing and processing of food. It's also to enrich the food with more vitamins and minerals. Okay, because as we know, vitamins and minerals are something that we need for our body. Is essential for the overall health of people. Mineral salts are also essential, and it's not easy to obtain vitamins and mineral salts from our food, like raw food. um Raw food, whether you are eating meat, fish or vegetables, they have very very low levels of vitamins and mineral salts. So sometimes manufacturers will purposely add a little bit more of these vitamins and minerals to increase the nutrient level of the food. Okay, they add, mostly they will add vitamins and mineral salts. Okay, they are adding usually mostly vitamins and mineral salts to increase the nutrient uh, level of the food. All right, what kind of vitamin, what kind of mineral salts? We're talking about things like iron, calcium supplements. Okay, we're talking about things like um, yeah, basically these are two common ones, iron and calcium. Okay, in terms of the vitamin and the mineral salts. Vitamin could be things like vitamin D and vitamin C. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, so these are commonly added as a nutrient supplement to food. Okay, these are all another type of food additive as well. Thirdly, food additives are added to improve texture and appearance. So food with smoother texture and more attractive appearance will tend to be more appetizing, or at least be more attractive and people will buy, right? So a lot of times to improve texture and appearance, things like starch and food colorings are added. Starch is added usually for baked goods, okay, as a bakery filling and also in fishbowl making. So they make things like a bit more fuller, a bit more thicker, spongier, you know, and it looks like sort of nicer and more attractive. And as a consumer, we might buy the food because it looks nicer. Okay, so starch is one common ingredient added to improve the texture, and then food coloring is a common ingredient added to improve appearance, because certain food after being manufactured they don't look so nice, the color doesn't look attractive. So food manufacturers will purposely add food coloring to make the food look brighter, more vibrant, more fresh looking. And especially if it's food for children, they purposely make it very colorful so that children will be more attracted to eat it. All right, so for texture and appearance modifiers, usually it's things like starch and food coloring. Okay, we're going to stop here for today. And next lesson, I will continue on with the dangers of using food additives, as well as summarize the whole entire chapter with you guys. Okay, all right, take care. See you next time. Bye.